All right, now we've gone ahead and we've completed disassembly of the driver's side of this axle. We've got all the disc components off there. So we're going to go ahead and take the differential out of the housing. Now here, we've just got 9/16 bolts that we'll need to remove. There's going to be a gasket and a seal here, so it'll be a little bit difficult to pull that out. So I'll get a pry bar to do that. And then when we take it, this whole thing should come out, and you'll see the ring gear and the pinion gear on the back of that, and we'll take a look to see if that's in good shape. All right, so it took a little fighting, but we finally got the third member, or the differential, out of that rear axle housing. Now, just a quick side here as to what this does for the car. So this sits about roughly as it is sitting here inside the vehicle. Your drive shaft from your transmission will come down this way, connect to the end here into the pinion, and that's going to rotate from engine force there. As this rotates, there's a pinion gear that spins this way. That gear meshes with this ring gear here in the back, which takes power that's driving and spinning this way and transfers it to power that's swinging this way. And that's going to run to your axles that power your two wheels and tires. Now, the other unique piece to this, and why I'm going with this one versus what I had in my current 1965 Mustang, was what's in the current one is what's called an open differential, which means that as this turns and this spins, if one of the wheels breaks loose, only that wheel will spin. What this one tries to do here, through a series of gears on the inside, is if one of those wheels spins loose, the other one is actually always spinning as well. It's not if one goes, the only one goes. Both wheels are constantly turning at the same rate of speed when you're going straight. Now, that's well and great, especially if you're just going to go straight all the time, but you still need the ability to go around turns. And to do that, wheels need to also be able to spin at different speeds. So if nothing else, to get a rough idea of what that looks like, if you were to take the most extreme case of a turn, and you were to go one way through here and turn around, you can see that one wheel doesn't spin, and the other wheel has to go through all the distance. That's what the traction locker will do here. It'll give you the ability to lock up both wheels when you want to go straight and you want to go fast, but then also gives you the ability to go around the corner, allowing both wheels to turn. If you didn't do that and both wheels were locked together, which is known as a spool differential, and they're just welded exactly together, when you go around the corner, the one wheel that needs to go faster to drive the further distance is actually going to chirp and jump as the rubber needs to break loose from the pavement to get caught up to where it needs to be. All right, so now as we take a close look at this, again, I'm going to do a little more digging and research on my own, but just roughly looking at it, everything looks like it's in reasonable shape here. There's an even wearing pattern on the ring gear, which looks good. I'm not seeing a lot of metal shavings, chunks, or any sort of issues inside the fluid here. So I think we're in a good spot to go ahead and clean this up. I'm going to clean up the mating surface here. And I'm going to clean up the surface on my housing. Also going to go ahead and throw a nice coat of black paint, shiny black paint on the outside of this. I'm not a big fan of the kind of burnt orange. And that'll get this ready to go into our 65 project. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm also going to remove the old third member from our current axle and have that ready to go so we can put all this together. All right, I think that'll get me for today here. I'll get this coated in paint. Join me next time as we get the third member out of the current 65 Mustang and we get all of our pieces ready to go to install back in there. All right, thanks.